Please be advised that the views and opinions of the host and guests do not reflect those of the station, the management, and its network.
You are still with us here on Millennial TV. Wait lang, congrats muna ako guys, may line na ako.
Ay, you are officially
Feel ko
doing
yun.
an intro.
Part na talaga siya ng crew natin.
Regular na.
Yes.
Dapat
Next
i-night na yan.
pseudonym naman.
I
Gold
night
na yun.
thee. Diba?
Okay guys, may hanging question
Yeah,
tayo kay
going back tayo
Chris.
doon kay Chris.
Oo.
Yes,
Since
going back.
emotionless ka nga at sabi mo nga hindi mo naman nafe-feel na demotivated ka, paano yun? Nakakaingit naman yun.
Para sa akin kasi pag worst na yung nangyayari, let go na lang, ganun. Like for example, hindi ko
Mabilis
na siya
ka mag-move
control.
on.
Kasi para sa akin ang motivation pag control mo yung isang bagay. Kasi pag control mo siya, makapagpatuloy ka. Pero pag hindi mo control yung isang bagay, stop ka na dun, di ba? So para sa akin yun, pag hindi ko na siya control, sige na, go.
Very carefree
It is
kasi yung
what it is.
lifestyle ni Chris. Yeah. Very
Yes.
carefree. I think it also comes with privilege kasi a lot of people, di ba, like if you're in a situation na parang marami kang responsibilities and then a lot of people are dependent on you, you can just be like that na parang
Yeah, you can just
I don't
go
care or okay,
walk away.
hindi ko na to in control, hindi ko na kaya to, it's beyond my control and then I'll just pause or nagsha-shutdown. May mga taong ganon. So yeah, I mean, different situations in life, different ways of coping mechanisms then siguro.
I think one thing that the viewers should also know and feel free to disagree with me is motivation is something that can fluctuate over time.
Yeah.
Na hindi
Yeah,
naman
yeah.
siya, I mean ako, don't beat yourself too much about not being motivated.
Yeah.
Like yun nga, in my situation, parang kahit naman anong gawin ko, yun nga sabi ni Chris, di ba? Andyan na yan eh.
Yeah,
di ba?
nandyan na yan.
Oo eh. So, you know what I mean? Ako, I guess I'm okay with the fact that I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't make me less productive naman of a person.
Yeah.
But, yun nga.
And it's completely
oo.
normal.
Yeah, it's
You know,
Yes.
it's okay not to be okay. And you know, when it comes to yung sinabi mo kanina na emotions are changing, exactly because emotions
Yeah.
are feelings and
Yeah.
feelings are fleeting. So sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to accomplishing things, sometimes we draw strength from motivation, but I think it's better to, you know, find inspiration from or do it out of discipline. Because, you know, when you're disciplined, even if you wake up and you feel like not doing anything or something, or even if you feel like not good enough to just function, if you're disciplined enough, you would know that, you know, a lot of people are dependent on you. Because, you know, so many people, they cannot afford to just be, you know, bad mental health days. Especially if, for example, you're in a healthcare industry, you're a doctor. You cannot just be like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Or if you're a teacher, or if you're, you know, a lot of people are dependent on you. Unlike, for example, for a lot of us, na mga millennials or Gen Zs who just, you know, they can just afford to just, you know, sleep.
Pero M.A, balik ta rin naman natin. Do
Yeah.
you think negative energy can also be a motivation?
Like
I
yung,
was
like
going
yung
to ask
inggit,
that.
ganon.
Oo. Or yun nga, how do you know na you're being motivated by the right reasons?
Yeah.
So, where do we draw that line? Siguro baka kailangan natin ng mas specific na example. Ikaw, why did you specifically ask that? Kasi I was really gonna ask that too. Galing. What
Okay,
were you
hindi kasi
thinking?
ako, sa part ko naman kasi, meron akong experience na with friends naman
Yeah.
na, they did some bad things to me,
Okay.
which made me feel motivated.
So, ang ano mo is revenge?
They were my negative energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, parang
no,
gusto-
for me, they were the negative
Yeah,
energy.
yeah.
So, it kept me motivated until
May
now.
sinabi si Chris kanina eh, sometimes di ba your motivation is inggit?
Yeah.
Like for example, yung relatives mo ganito, ganyan, and then so you're motivated to do something. Okay naman, you've been hurt by someone, so you want to make revenge?
Because they didn't believe in me.
Oh, okay.
Na
okay.
parang
So you want
they
to
you want to
didn't,
prove them wrong.
yeah, they didn't acknowledge my achievements
yeah,
and
yeah, correct.
efforts, yeah.
Parang
Yeah,
ganito
so
lang yan, no? Halimbawa,
that's
mayroon kang
nice.
kaibigan na masyadong nagyayabang ng gamit niya, di ba? Yung pagyayabang niya, negative yun, di ba?
Yeah.
So yung parang ang dating sa'yo nun, uy, gusto ko rin yan, sige, magtatrabaho akong
Yeah.
maigi. Ganun.
Yeah. I think kailangan lang sa mga ganyan, you learn how to manage na it should not consume you and control you. Because sometimes,
That's true.
yeah. For example, I'm motivated because a lot of people don't believe in me. A lot of people are belittling me, o kaya naman I cannot do what they can do, o kaya naman I cannot achieve or I cannot get what they get.
Yeah.
Sometimes, di ba, yun yung greatest motivation mo because you really want to at
Show
least
them.
yung lumevel dun sa ganun. Kaya lang kasi sometimes it's very, very exhausting. Kasi
Yeah.
parang yun na lang
Nagiging
yung naging meaning
competition.
ng life mo.
Actually.
Naging competition na.
Yeah, it's sad.
Doon nanggagaling yung motivation.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the strongest ways to get motivated.
Yeah.
Yung
Yeah.
negative energy
Yeah.
na
Yeah,
I wanna
actually.
prove somebody wrong,
Yeah.
or diba, I was like, bullied or
Yeah, yeah,
persecuted in some way.
Correct.
Therefore, I wanna get better to rub it in their faces.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's a very powerful tool
Yeah.
that keeps me motivated. Pero yun nga parang
It's tiring.
Oo
It's tiring. And don't let it be your number one
Yeah.
goal in
Yeah.
life.
It affects your personality as well.
Correct.
Correct.
That's not who you are anymore. And you know, when it comes to that kasi, ako kasi, like for example, I'm a breadwinner, di ba? A lot of people, they have this victim mindset na parang, life has been so hard on me.
Unfair.
Unfair or something. But you know what, for me, ako kasi I would always put myself in a position na I'm not gonna be the victim. Because, I chose this. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm not even expecting anything in return, but it fulfills me. Kaya feeling ko yung motivation natin, you wake up one day, you're dragging yourself to work because you feed your kids, you do this for your family. But the thing is, you can just, for example, you actually have a choice, to just leave. But can your conscience handle that? Ako kasi, di ko naman kaya yun.
It's very hard for other people, especially nga when
Yeah.
you're not, when you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of people are relying on you.
Yeah.
So,
Especially if you have kids. Because,
Yeah.
kids are obligations. Kids are,
a
lifetime
lifetime
commitment.
responsibility. Yeah.
It is.
there are times naman din talaga na we have to, mature a little bit and
Yeah.
realize na not everything that we have to do has to be motivating or has to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
exciting. Yun nga,
Yeah.
especially if you have to raise a family. At some point, that's gonna get tiring. At some point, that's gonna get exhausting. So, ako, I think it's okay din naman,
Yeah.
going back to my point kanina na hindi ka naman, don't take it too hard.
Yeah.
Na you're not always motivated. It's okay not to be motivated.
Yeah.
But, motivation can also come from very, very small and simple things. Like for
Yes,
example,
exactly.
diba, for very, very simple example, yung mga nag-work out because you want to
Yeah.
look good, you want to be able to take that IG picture in the
Right.
beach or something. That's not bad motivation. That's very simple.
Yeah.
But if it gets the job done, then who are we to stop you?
Yeah. Ikaw ba, ano yung parang pinaka-motivation mo by, doing all those things in your life? Aside from, kasi you don't have you have a girlfriend, but you don't have like
Responsibility
kids or,
to,
wife or
to
husband.
support
Yeah.
a family.
Ngayon nga, gaya ng sabi ko
You're living a
kanina,
comfortable
responsibility. Kasi, I pay my own bills.
Okay.
Syempre, oo, sa sarili.
Sana yun, di ba?
Correct.
I think part of adulthood yun no? Na
Yeah.
hindi ka na ganun ka-dependent. So, kasi if you're a kid, and you're dependent, tapos demotivated ka pa, parang, ano na lang?
Yeah.
Hindi lang bills yung kakainin mo pa, di ba?
Yeah. Kids who don't have bills are very, very positive. My nephew, when we talk, parang life is so simple for him.
Kaya
Kasi
pa sobrang negative natin dahil sa mga bills natin.
I think it's part of it's part of adulting.
Pero sa point of view nyo, ano ang difference ng motivation tsaka inspiration?
I have no idea.
I
Go
think
ahead.
inspiration is parang you have someone to look up to, or you have something to there's mas personal ang inspiration. Like parang I'm inspired by my parents, I'm inspired by this.
By
O
this
kaya naman,
person, yeah.
there's a significant other who just inspired. Motivation kasi it can come from a lot of things. Like, you're motivated from yun nga, yung motivation from negative energies from negative. You cannot say that you're inspired by your haters, di ba? You're motivated to work harder because, a lot of your relatives are punishing you or forcing
Pero
you.
pwede kang ma-inspire kasi, sila meron, ako kaya ko rin.
Feeling ko mas positive ang inspire. Like, parang I'm
Yeah.
inspired I'm inspired by this someone.
Mas
or
medyo,
mas
siya,
positive.
happy
Yung mas
feeling.
happy.
Oo.
Yeah.
Alam niyo ba yung Venn diagram, yung mga circles?
Oh,
na
yeah.
nag-intersect?
Nag-overlap, yeah.
I think si inspiration and motivation have a certain
Correct.
intersection point. Pero ako, for me, inspiration kasi can be not necessarily motivation, pero
Yeah.
like, I guess from a creative standpoint, like if you see something or hear something that inspires the kind of work
Yeah.
that you come out with. Kumbaga, iba yung motivation mo to work, pero what inspires yung, lalo na sa mga creative industries,
Yeah.
what inspires the output doesn't necessarily have to be
Yeah.
the same thing that motivates you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sa company namin may motto kami na parang you have to start your day with a purpose and end it with accomplishment or sense of fulfillment.
Ako, 3 months delayed na ako sa company motto mo.
Yeah, I mean, which is you can also apply it in your real life. Like,
Correct.
when you wake up, you find something na, di ba, do you just wake up and then that's it? Kung ano na lang yung bibigay sa'yo ng
Yeah.
universe or kung ano na lang yung parang mga tasks mo. Of course, you try to, kung ano man yung mga, una-una yung mga yung mga leftovers from
yeah.
yung mga hindi mo pa natatapos. Yun. Meron kang purpose to finish something, to accomplish something. And then at the end of the day, nasan na ako? And then sabi ko nga, don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You cannot do everything all at once and you cannot just, success doesn't come overnight na parang lahat ginawa mo.
Yeah.
Just move forward at least 1 inch at a time. It's a process, correct. Yeah.
Paano mo masasabi yung isang tao na motivated siya? Yung parang makikita mo siya, sabihin mo, sobrang motivated nitong taong to
It
Mga
shows
signs
na.
ng
Oo.
motivation.
It shows sa
Yeah.
aura.
Parang ikaw, alatang focus ka when you're doing
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alam mo, ako actually din ngayon sa office, parang sabi nila, kasi before, halata kasi sa akin, very reactive yung face ko. Alam nila kung wala ako sa mood or
Yeah.
alam nila pag happy ako. Sobrang happy ko daw these days. And then I feel it naman.
Is it because you're in a new chapter in
Yeah,
your
I
life?
think so.
Yeah.
So motivated ako to
Yeah.
do things great.
Di ba when you're in love, like I remember before in school, if you have a crush in the classroom, parang
Motivated
iba
ka pumasok.
you're motivated. Kahit pa anong oras yan, hindi ka nalilate. Tapos for example, or kahit pa teacher mo, it's not something na romantic. Parang your teacher is something that motivates you, yung class ninyo, very, very, very positive or chill yung vibe. You guys, parang kahit pa ang hirap-hirap ng math problems, parang, for me kasi, that's power eh. If you can motivate someone. Kaya nga di ba may mga motivational speaker, life coaches, counselors, kasi words are very, very powerful. And your aura, your energy. Kapag may nakita kang tao na very negative, nakita mo na parang yung kilay, nagsasalubong agad, I'm not even going to talk to you. So, yun yung negative energy na sinasabi ni Chris.
Speaking of sa work naman, meron na ba kayong naging ka-workmate na pag nakita nyo pa lang sila parang ayoko na tong araw na to, ganon. Yun yung hindi nagpapamotivate sa inyo, ganon.
So, dapat next topic naman yan. What demotivates
So
you?
usually mga
Market.
boss niyo yan di ba?
Oo. Yeah.
Oo nga.
Different bosses can motivate you as well.
Can also demotivate you a lot of times.
Oo.
I think when it comes to workplace kasi, it's a very tricky place. It's because, number one, it's your bread and butter. They pay you to do your job. So parang you have a license to be professional. So even if you don't like someone, you cannot just, I'm not even going to talk to this person. I'm not even go. But I think the key is to be civil. Just make sure to keep your relationship professional. And then that's
Just do
it.
your work.
Yeah, exactly. Your numbers will speak for you naman not even your relationships with people. So,
Tsaka isa pa sa motivation mo sa work, yung deadline.
yeah,
Oo.
exactly.
Totally.
That's super important.
Scary yun
I think
na.
it was Nas Daily who said that na parang kaya marami siyang na-accomplish in his life, it's because he's putting deadline. Kasi if you don't have any deadlines, you just procrastinate. You procrastinate. I can
a moving target.
Exactly. For example, a lot of people they really want to start a podcast, or a lot of people they want to write a book. but they don't have a deadline. They don't have tasks at hand. So what happens? 2 years from now, wala pa rin silang YouTube channel, wala pa rin silang channel, wala pa rin silang book, wala pa rin silang manuscript. So deadlines are very, very important. And that's a good point, Chris.
Yes,
And I guess, as we head into the break, I think that's a good jumping point, no, to the rest of the topic, no. Parang, what role do we play ba talaga when it comes to motivating others, and, di ba, how do we in turn make sure na we try to find motivation then with our peers, and yun nga, in the cases na hindi natin gusto yung mga katrabaho natin, how do we stay motivated? Ika nga, no? So, wag kayong aalis dyan. Segment 3 coming up dito lang po sa Millennial TV.
Nag-clap.